Hello, welcome to Advanced Vedic Mathematics course, week 16, Ved Vrit, lesson 107a, Shakla Rigvedd Samhita, scripture of 10 mandal, 8 astak, 64 adhyaya, 85 anuvak, 1028 suktas, 2024 vargas, 10,552 riches, 4,32,000 aksharas, of which 34,735 are unwritten, 3,97,2,065 are the written letters. See, the 10 mandals are of the format of creative boundary of 10 components of a transcendental domain. Astaks are the 3-space dimensional order superimposed upon 5-space domain, and 13 chapters are of the features of 12 as the cube acquiring 13th edge, 5-space splitting 4-space, and 5-space itself splitting as this with G613. These are the features, and now we know that 5-space with a creative boundary of 10 components, each having boundary of 8 solid components, make 5 plus 10 into 8 is equal to 85 cubes as format for anuvaks. Then we are having suktas, varnas, richas. Then this feature as it is further will take us to that there are richas, and these are 10,552. These are making 4,32,000 aksharas. Now let us see how the richas, each richa with TCB 8 as organization 4, 2, 1 plus 1. This is the organization. So it is a interval synthesized. Here is a plane spatial order, and here is a created dimensional frame, and here is 8 directional frame. See, we are having a line of 2 units. It bends and makes it a plane. This pair of axes lead to a quadruple split for it. This split gives us 8-directional frame. This is the formulation Richa itself giving. However, this reach as it is gives us that we shall be in a position to glimpse the origin Kendra. So this glimpsing is the potentiality of a rishi, and glimpsing here is of a devta, a domain, and this domain is having a dimensional frame, swaras, and then there is a chand filter which takes us from swara dimensional frame to a devta, and it is what is glimpsed. Now let us see how this feature is going to be of great vision. So Rishi has 4, 2 and 6, acquires 4, 6 and 2, acquires 6, 4 and 2. It is a cyclic, it is Vedvrit. When we are having numbers 2, 4 and 6, then we can proceed as we like to proceed. It may be 4, 2 and 6. We can also proceed that we are proceeding from 4 to 6, and then we are reaching at 2. And also we can proceed the way we want to proceed. It is 6, 4, and it is 2. So it is a Vedvrit. It is not that linear progression is to be seen like this. It can be within a space a curve, and it could be reached like this as well. It is this feature that the diameter requires a circumference, or diameter creates a circumference. This feature is being availed as a formatting. Then there is a devta. Now see, devta is of TCBL 26, and it is 14 plus 12. Here is a rishi, and it looks as domain this. So it is this feature that a 4 space as hypercube 4, as 2, 3, 4 and 5 is the value which is having a dimension as a 12, and this is D5, 5 space content. So it is 5 space content which is manifesting as hypercube 4. This feature, that 5 space content will manifest hypercube 4, is the feature which is of help. It will take us from Rishi. What the Rishi will we see, what the Rishi will glimpse, it will be how 5 space content is manifesting as a 4 space domain. Other thing is that we know 6 space as 4 space as a dimension, and 4 space is having 2 space as a dimension. So this reach 2, 4, 6 will ultimately take us to a origin. So Rishi will be see, first thing what Rishi will see is how 5 space content is manifesting as hypercube for 4 space body. Further, Rishi will have a vision of a reach at origin of a 6 space. So it is the origin of a 6 space means a 7 space. And 7 space is a domain created by 5 space. So it will take us as that how 5 space content is also a dimension manifesting a 7 space. So we will take to origin, and this reach at the origin is through the dimensional frame of a 6 space. It is reached from dimensional frame of 6 space. It is 6, 4 and 2. And then we know that D6 is 6, 4, 4 and 2. It is 16 and it is 2 raised to power 4, and it is dimensional frame of 4 space. Let us have a pause. Let us begin afresh. Each Richa mantra is having Rishi, Devta, Chand and Swara. 15, 19, 26 and 12. It is D5. Now D5 is leading to H4. 12 leads to 14. This together is 26 Devata. And also we know that Rishi as 6, 4 and 2 is taking to 6 space through its dimensional frame. So in the reverse orientation, reach will be 2, 4 and 6. So it will be reach at the origin. So origin of 6 space. Origin of 6 space is a 7 space. So 5 space content is leading to 7 space content, and it is as a dimension and reaching here as a domain. We have seen this reach is through 2, 4, 6, so it is the dimensional frame of 6 space. Further we know that D6 is having a split as 6, 4, 4 and 2, which is 16, and it is parallel with 2 raised to power 4. So it takes us to the dimensional frame of a 4 space. See here we had reached at the hypercube 4. Here also is a feature when we can reach at the dimensional frame of a 4 space. Also we can have a feature of reaching at the transcendental origin, 5 space as an origin. And further, that 5 space as origin is having a 6 space as its origin. This reach is also there, and 6 space as origin is having 7 space as origin. This way, 4 space, 5 space, 6 space and 7 space all together are having sequential reach. It becomes hypercube 6. These features as these are in respect of every richa. Every richa is having its Rishi, Devta, Chand, and Swara. Now Chand is 19 and it is the southern hemisphere. So with the split within a 4 space, when there happens a visport or an explosion within 4 space, then it splits into northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. It is this split which is a phenomenon. It is this split which is a phenomenon, and it is this phenomenon takes us to 19. All these features. So dimensional frame of 5 space, split of 5 space, 4 space as body, 4 space as content, 4 space. So all these bodies, all this sequential setup is happening. Say 3 space, starting with its origin, taking to 4 space, then its origin 5 space, then its origin 6 space, its origin 7 space. In this context, to have a intimate glimpse, you can see the Sukta 1. It has 9 richas. These richas are 1 to 5 as the first varga and 6 to 9 as the second varga. So we have suktas, we have vargas, and then we'll start with Mandal 1, Ashtak 1, Adhyaya 1, Sukta 1, Varga 1, Anuvak 1, Richa 1. When we'll be at first Richa, very first Richa, its first word is again. This will take us 1, 2, 3, and 8. Summation value is 40. Cyclic organization is 1, 2, 3, and 8. And it is 1, 3, 8, and 2. So it is this reach 1, 2, 3, and 8. So peripherally, we are reaching at 1, 2, 3, and 8. Or otherwise, we are reaching 1 to 3, then to 2, then to 8. In the reverse orientation, it will be from 8 to 2, and from 2 to 3, and from 3 to 1. Within 8 directions,